once again, and this particular program is a favorite for me. Why? Because youngsters most times are confused about what to do in the future. Sometimes even young minds, young adults, they do things that they are not happy about. You see them in career fields, career options, struggling every day, just going to that 9-to-5 job and not entirely fulfilled. And that's why this program is here. It gives you an opportunity to look at a new career option that you can venture into. And as a young mind, it prepares your mind on your own career field, that choice of career field that you prefer. Welcome again in Career Talk. And once again, I have a person, someone who will be telling us about our own career field. And today we're talking about building, the built industry, an industry that is male-dominated. But finally, we have a woman in the house that will be telling us about the built industry. How has she been able to cope? How is she coping? How did she start? Why the built industry? And she's not just a woman, she's a beautiful one. We'll get to meet her after the short break. We'll be right back. Many thanks for staying with us on Career Talk. And today I mentioned that we'll be talking to someone who is in the built industry. Her name is Olaide Shida. Hello, ma'am.
Yeah, pleased to be here.
It's so good to have you on the program today. Many thanks for joining us. Okay, as a woman, you are in a male-dominated field. But before we get to that, I read through your profile and I saw how astonishing it is. You're not just a builder, you many other things. We'll get to that as well. But first, put us through your academic background and all the training that you had.
When my secondary school was comprehensive high school, actually that was where I was introduced into the technology aspect of it because of the workshop. They had the workshop for the electrical building and also for the vocational. So that was when I've been thinking about being there. It started from childhood, really.
Wow.
It started from childhood. I grew up being called engineer in the home. Because there is nothing they want to dispose in the house, I will gather it and build it into shape, and so that made my mom and some of our friends to tag me engineer in the home, and that was how it started. I knew my mom complained of me gathering matchbox, not allowing her to dispose matchbox, and that was how. So when I got to secondary school, getting to a school that had that opportunity, though I ran into science lab because I want people to prove that but I knew within me that vocational is where I'm going. So it was not as if I chose building as a profession because I love the way I see structures and I want to be involved to know what makes up the structure and how it is put together, and that was even what they said my parents were, because we are 6 ladies. My parents were like, you are the most gentle among them all. Why will you choose this? But I stood on it, and that was how I went for building. And my ND and my national diploma I had, that is Federal Poly Laro, and Yaba Tech, I had my HND in building technology.
What a beautiful story. So you were one out of 6?
Yeah.
6 children.
6 girls.
Wow. We'll get to that later. So now you've talked about your educational background.
Yeah.
Now I would like to hear more about the trainings, because I'm sure it's not just all you know about building now. It's not something you learn within the 4 walls of a classroom.
Yes.
So what are the other trainings that you had?
Yes. Then my first intern was with Aeron Nigeria Limited. So, and then I registered with the National Nigerian Institute of Building. So I'm a corporate member of the institute, and also being registered by the Council of Registered Builders of Nigeria. And also, when I just look at it, that building for people, I worked with some companies from when I was serving So I've been actually permanently on site. There has never been a time I was in the office in the profession. I've been permanently on site.
Wow.
I was with Aaron Nigeria Limited for 18 good years, back to back with her. So I just thought about it that I can practice on my own, and after building up some things and getting myself registered, that was how I went into private practice. And because I just know that people need people they trust, and they can entrust their resources into, so that they can just do something befitting and not just anyhow thing. And that was how I decided to go into private practice. In private practice, I now discovered that after building for people, that these classes that people look about for people to do the interior. So I decided to go for another training in interior decoration, 6 months training in interior decoration and designing, using the software to design the interior before going to the site to get it in place.
Oh, wow, beautiful. Okay, now, for the sake of the young minds, the young ones interested in the beauty industry, and you would agree with me that the beauty industry is quite encompassing.
Mm.
We have the builders like you, we have surveyors, even the surveyors, there are different types.
Yes.
We have the engineers,
yes.
We have the union workers, so please enlighten them on who a builder is.
Okay. A builder is a trained professional that is into into building production management. So we look at building as a product. So a product has a lot of process that put it into, and that's why we have many people that are involved in construction. So it's a product that is very complex. It's not something that a person can just say. So in built environment, we have various professionals coming together to bring it out. Starting from the architect that we put the conceived idea or the brief of the client into the sketch and say, okay, this is how it will look like. These are the spaces and how to put this place. We have the town planner. They have their own. They see that even the structure you are building is in line with the town rules and law, in connection with other adjoining buildings, adjoining properties, and not only that, other structures like your road and things like that. So you don't just build in isolation. So town planners see that. Then we have the land surveyor. They are about the land. Okay, this is a space you want to develop. How big is it? What is the topographical nature of the place? Will it be this? What is the altitude from the sea level? They will do that. Then we have the quantity surveyor. The quantity surveyor, they are the ones that will quantify. Okay, you want to build this house. How many blocks? How much will it cost? Oh, if you want to plan your flow of cash, okay, the first stage, how much will it cost? Oh, if you wait, so we call them, they are like the cost engineer in the built environment. Then at the environment today, we have the civil engineer. Oh, they are the one that specializes on the stability and the strength of the structure. That okay, architect has us to build this. Oh, how will it be stable? So what is the strength? What is the required strength? Oh, for this type of soil, we have, will this building, and for this building to stay on this type of soil, what can we do? What is the strength we have to put into it? What is the structure of the strength? That is what the structural engineer will do. And we have the mechanical engineer, as the name implies, talk about the lift, the mechanical part of the building and things like that. Then in the residential level, they do with the plumbing works, the AC work, they are the mechanical engineer. Then we have the electrical engineer. That's okay. To make it function, there must be light, there must be power. So how will it work in the building? So the built environment encompasses many professionals, and they all work together. But the work of a builder is to see that as these people design their work, all other professionals, who is going to now sit on it to coordinate the information of the architect, the information of the structural engineer, the information of the electrical engineer, that will not come and sit on site. Who is going to see that what is put in paper is on ground, and it is even sustainable, and it is in line with the rules and regulations of the other town or the city, and that is what a builder will do.
Very detailed. Very detailed explanation. Many thanks for that, ma'am. So now, for the FICO, the young adults, because you have answered the questions that might be in the mind of a young mind that is just getting to, look at their career options that they have. But for a young adult or even a full-blown adult that is looking at a career switch, interested in the beauty industry, but confused, I'm not too sure how to go about it. So what would you say to the person? Are there certifications, trainings they can do, academic, going back to school? So what is that thing they need to do? What would you say to them?
Yes, in order to be a builder, in secondary school level, actually is where there is no technical department for some schools that are not really into vocational, the person will be in science class because the person needs the requirements, the O-level requirements, that is mathematics, English, yes, the physics, chemistry. Some methods take geography, but technical drawing is most likely, I think, it will expose the person to where the person is doing technical drawing and any other subject in the science line that can be involved. So that is the requirements at the whole level. And for that is for the admission into higher institutions. So we have most of our polytechnics covering building technology. Then some call it building, some call it building engineering, some call it building engineering, some there is in Nigeria, I think most schools in Nigeria call it building technology. So except Abu that I know is building engineering, and that's Ahmadu Bello University. So building technology, and for that, the most things is that the person must be a science student. So even if from schools that have vocationals, the person should look into technical drawing, woodwork. Yes, the person should look into that. That area will prepare the person for better opportunity in built environment, especially in building.
Thank you very much, ma'am. But we're still coming back to you.
Yes.
But first, let's hear out the young mind. Let's just get to know them more, especially on their future ambitions. We'll be right back.
I would like to become an automobile engineer in future because I would like to produce cars with higher technology and make transportation easier for more people.
I would love to become a physiotherapist because I love counseling people.
Many thanks for staying with us. My name is still Mano, and I'm still with Olaide Alade Shida, telling us more about the build industry. So now, as a builder, are there areas of specializations where a builder does it all on site?
No. There are areas of specialization. So one can be a consultant, builder, so just consult for somebody. You can be into private practice doing the real construction on site, but yet a builder can also decide to be a project manager. Just go for further studies so that you be a project manager on the site too. And for companies, so project managers. So sometimes we as a builder, you have this opportunity, not just being on site. I have some of my colleagues that have never been to site, but they practice as builder. So as a builder, you can venture into some aspects of the work and just say, okay, because I'm a builder, I want to see that the production of block meets the required standard. I want to go into production. You can go into production of materials used, and it will be more recognized if you are a builder and you know what the specification than just anybody that is going into the business. So these are the materials we use in the built environment. So some builders go into interior decorations But one thing is I want it to go for further studies because one cannot be one cannot know all.
Cannot be an
island. You can just say that is where you have to just go. So someone like me, I went into interior when I discovered that after the construction, there are more to know. It's better that we know that okay, this is how it's put together. But yes, I really want to know, and I want to design.
Okay.
So as a builder, it's not your work to design, but you should be able to read the design, understand, interpret it. But if you go further to really know how to design, it will be better because you won't need any other assistance when you want to read because these are things, all the documents will be put on your table and you have to understand it and be able to put it.
Oh. That's really interesting. But what you're saying now is that as a builder, you can't do it all. Is that your point?
No.
You can't be into production, you can't be a project manager, you can't be a designer, you can't be all in one. Is that what you're saying?
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that if you go for training in it and you have a system, your establishment and a system that
like a system, like a company or an establishment.
Yeah, establishment.
One person cannot do all. Is that what you're saying?
Well, it's not that one person cannot do all. If you have a training in it and you have a system that supports it, like if you have a company, you have a registered company and you are registered as a builder and as an interior decorator, you can do that. If you have a training in it, because it's still part of the built environment. So after building, what makes it convenient, because the building itself involves making the enclosed structure habitable, comfortable, and even and sustainable, and also health-wise for people. So interior is this, and that is what the exterior and interior is still part of the building because those are the things that makes building functional. So if the interior is not functional and you build a structure, it's like having just a cage and it's of no use. So these are just part of this. Those are the new developments that one just look at it. It is not out of it to be a builder and say, okay, I want to go into production as a builder. No, it's not out of it.
Oh, okay. So now, are there challenges that comes with the profession?
Well, for the challenges, for the profession, in issue of sex, that is the first thing that I faced.
I was expecting that.
Yeah, I remember the first time. Let's say I was on my going through my national diploma training, and there was industrial action on school, and my dad said, you cannot say that. You have said that you want to study building, so you have to go to where that is happening. And so I was looking for where I would just do an intern, just stay there. It took us, I was just going about, people were just saying, no, lady, no. So for that time I had no place to stay. So when the time of industrial training came, I was just going about. People will say, you, lady, you study building. So it's got to say that I now got somebody that eventually said, oh, don't worry. Oh, yes, I have a job in Abuja. Will you be able to? I said, yes, I'll be able to job in Abuja. I was able to say, okay, that was when Abuja was just developing. I said, and I knew I would learn more. I said, yes, I was eager. I told my parents I was prepared. He gave me dates that I would be going and traveling and things like that. I prepared. I came with my suitcase. And I got to his office. I met the police doctor. I got there around 5:30 a.m. in the morning. Because I knew we would be traveling and just for their flight.
That was the heartbreaking.
So, and I waited. The receptionist came in around 8. And I said, okay. Okay, gave me. Now that was not the time when we had this mobile phone. So there was no phone. And I said, when the receptionist came, I said, Madam said, yes. Okay, said I should come. I said, okay. And I waited 12, and I said, he said, okay, has traveled. I said, okay, has traveled. He told me to come down, we'll be traveling together. I said, so I kept on, so I went back home, and I was going there just to check on him. Eventually, months later, I met him in the office. I said, Who will give you job? You lady, you young lady, just go to your daddy's parlor for your industrial training. When the end comes, just come and I will give you letter. Is that not what you want? I said, no, that was not what I want. I wanted to know. He said, just say it. That was how he sent me out of the way. That was the first match. I said, before I could really get a place for industrial training, because people look at it that a female, what are you really looking for? What do you really want to do? You just want your certificate, so we will help you. I said, no. I didn't want, until when Aaron was constructing, Aaron Nigeria Limited were constructing this stadium. I just walked in there. And the first person that saw me said, no, they cannot do it. And that was how I had the opportunity of really being on site. And it actually, since then, I know. Even when I went for youth service, I was just telling people I really want and I really got it. And since then, I've never been how except a little time that I went I went into teaching this vocational, voluntary teaching. I went to on voluntary teaching. I knew my life because I taught introductory technology and mathematics.
I saw that in your profile.
Yeah, so that is it. So it's challenging for the female because it's a world of male. People add it, but it got to a stage. I think it's changing now. The narrative is changing now because people are getting to know that even when you talk of management, I think females are also, because the company before I went from the former company I worked with, I was assistant deputy director in the company.
Oh wow!
So I knew that I would have, but I just know that I need a next level in life, and that was why so it's not always easy for a female, especially in a male field, but if one decides to prove your worth, people will embrace it and will even give you your own place in the place.
Oh wow, very inspiring story there. Actually, there's a segment by you get to tell us some of the stories that changed you, molded you, broke you during the course of your profession. But you've shared one and we are okay with that. We're okay with that. So we have to go now on Career Talk. But before we do, please, your last word for that young person there, maybe a female, just like you. She may not be in the beauty industry. Maybe she may be in another industry that is male-dominated, or she's facing a particular challenge. She would like to hear from you. Encourage her.
The best thing is make sure you're excellent in what you are doing. No matter what, if people see excellency in you, they will entrust more into your hand, and they will overlook. They won't even see your you won't know about your sex again. Yeah. They will overlook it. They will overlook the fact that you are female. They will overlook the fact that you are female. But one thing is that in anything you are doing, make sure you are excellent in it. Know the intricacy of what you are doing. Don't just be an average person. And that is the best thing to go.
Do the best, that's what you do. I love that. Many thanks for joining us on the program today, Olaide Aladesida. You've opened up our eyes. You've decided to tell us and shown us that you are a proof that what a man can do, a woman can do better. And the fact that we are women, we are ladies, we are girls, it should not stop us from achieving our dreams.
Not at all.
Very inspiring, very educative, and very real talking to you. Many thanks for coming on the program.
Thank you too.
And that was Olaide Aladesida on the program Career Talk. We discussed the built industry. What exactly is that career option that you have in mind? Career Talk will answer all questions that you have in mind. And then next week will be another time to